But that's the rules.
Oh, and as he tried to let him through...
Ladies and gentlemen, Nico Hulkenberg in the Sauber just got 5th place. Yep, you heard me right. He was originally 6th place. He passed Lewis Hamilton in a Ferrari. Nico Hulkenberg in the Sauber passed Lewis Hamilton in a Ferrari to finish 6th. But then, post-race happens. A 10-second penalty to Max Verstappen for this.
But that's the rules.
Oh, and as he tried to let him through...
Yes, okay, the end of the race got freaky. Pretty strategic race from laps 1 to 55. Nothing crazy going on. And then Kimi Antonelli's engine blows and all hell breaks loose. We've got everyone pitting, essentially. All the leaders are pitting. And the McLarens come out on the softs. Leclerc comes out on the softs. Russell comes out on, a used set of qualifying soft tires. Well, then Max Verstappen, who's been running third most of the day, comes out on fresh, hard tires. And this is going to be like a 6-lap run to the checkered. So everyone's like, 6-lap run to the checkered. Why are you putting hard tires on there? Anywho, let's see how this works for him. Well, it goes horribly wrong. Fresh off of the restart, comes off the final corner and about wrecks it. He drifts in a sense. Saves it, but in the process of saving it, Leclerc's got a huge run. Goes to pass him. Can't pass him before the line, so he has to time it right, And then they make contact, a little bit of contact, just trying to get as close as they can to each other. Aerodynamics, I don't know if F1 cars, if they have side drafting, but, trying to get any advantage you can. They make a little contact. Nothing extreme, though. Verstappen came screaming over the radio about it, though. But then into turn 1. George Russell makes an aggressive move, and he loses control of the car a bit, but he doesn't do anything absurd, but he makes a little bit of contact with Verstappen. And with Max Verstappen being an F1 driver, and F1 drivers not knowing how to race wheel to wheel, Verstappen just completely bails on the corner. He could have stuck it around the outside, still had space for him, but no. Let's just bail, cut the corner, and see what happens. Couple laps go by. Team comes over the radio, hey, Max, you cut the corner there. I know you think you got forced off, but, just give the position back. Let's just deal with this later. There's no point. And Max comes over the radio. He's like, this is BS. What the heck? What the bleep, bleep, bleep? He forced me off. He rammed into me was the exact wording. And did he hit you? Yes, I will give you that, Max Verstappen. He did hit you. Rammed into you? No. What Max Verstappen did, that was ramming into, because Max Verstappen, in the process of letting George Russell by, just rams into George Russell. So, that was bad. That was ugly. That is our 4-time defending world champion. This is one of the best drivers in F1's history. And don't get me wrong, all-time F1 drivers, they have their moments where they lash out or they do something stupid. Senna intentionally wrecked Prost. Prost intentionally wrecked Senna. Schumacher intentionally wrecked Damon Hill. He had tried to intentionally wreck Jacques Villeneuve. We've seen all-time greats have their moments where they crash out, but it's still bad. You can't defend it. So, look, maybe you could give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there's some telemetry that says he overcooked the corner or he locked up. Something broke in the process of, I don't know. That's probably going to be his argument, that the contact from Russell somehow broke something so that when he went into that turn at that specific lap, when he went in, he couldn't turn it as much as he wanted to. From a spectator's outside, someone who's thousands of miles away, who watched it on TV, I don't see it that way. That looked intentional. That looked like a moment of anger towards George Russell, and just, everything's had been going well the entire day, and then all of a sudden in the last 8 laps of the race, everything comes collapsing down and everything's horrible. And it looked like he literally and figuratively crashed out. And Verstappen, once again, talented driver. He's an all-time great, but you can't do this, man. You can't intentionally, in an F1 car, you can't intentionally ram into someone because you're pissed off about all this stuff that's happening. You can go, I wish there were more post-race confrontations in F1. Heck, I got to go here in 5 minutes, but heck, there might have been a post-race confrontation. I don't know. I haven't seen anything. But anyways, the point being, you can't go around intentionally wrecking people or intentionally door slamming people in F1 and open wheel. Like in NASCAR, we see this happen. You know, someone gets mad, you go and door them. But that's a NASCAR stock car. You've got a lot around you. You got a very safe car. And F1 cars are really safe, but with the open wheel and the open cockpit, it's much more dangerous. You can't be messing around. Like Max Verstappen, I think he'd make for a great NASCAR driver when he gets mad and goes and bumps someone out of the way. That would be so fun in NASCAR. In F1, though, yeah, you can't do that. That's really bad. It's a very bad look. This is the top driver in the sport right now. You can't be doing this kind of thing. It's ugly. It's a bad image. It was a dumb move by Max Verstappen. No other way to put it. I don't know what they do with him at this point. He got a 10-second penalty. Personally, I think it should have been more. I think intentionally doing something like that. Now, thankfully, Russell's day was not ruined. If his day was ruined, I think you give him like a 30-second penalty or something. Thankfully, Russell survives, but I don't know if they take further action. Like, do they dare suspend Max Verstappen for Canada? Do they give him a massive grid penalty, like a 10-place grid penalty for the stupidity? Like, what do you do with this situation? You got to handle it very delicately if you're the FIA, if you're F1. This is your top guy, and regardless, like if you come out and do something against him, Max Verstappen's very vocal. He lets you know how he feels, which is what a lot of people like about him. So if you do something, you got to be prepared for whatever he's going to say. Now, the FIA, yes, I know they don't like certain words, but if he comes out and says, I think this is a horrible decision, I don't know what they're thinking, they're dumb, you just got to be ready for that. But in conclusion, dumb move by Max Verstappen late in this race. Oscar Piastri wins, extends his championship lead. Nico Hulkenberg in the Sauber, he better have won driver of the day. He finishes 5th. Other results, I'll look at them later. We'll talk about it tomorrow on Monday. I got to go here.